So I am playing blue-white VFS. Yikes. 4 spell pierce in my control deck. Let's go. 4 Demolition Field, 4 Field of Burn. They won the challenge yesterday. They consistently do well with their list, so I was considering like 10 different decks, honestly. I was scrambling. I was considering blue black. Take a look at Gix aggro. I was considering just playing Phoenix. Was a lot of fables and a lot of counters in my sideboard for all these. Meta's a little weird right now. There's like a bunch of just Yorion, Kiruga, just like whether it's Incarnation. I went 4-1 in my league with Incarnation. Deck felt pretty good. I beat Phoenix twice. One time it was kind of close, or really close, like super close. I beat Ragdos Sack. I beat Blue-White Lotus Field, which, I don't know. I guess Blue-White Lotus Field is just not a great deck, so I'm gonna win, add some sideboard cards. And I lost badly to Quintorius combo, like really badly. I think I can maybe win some sideboard games, but the matchup felt really rough. Considered this, considered Blue-Red Phoenix.
Yellowhat arrived.
Maybe Blue-Black Phoenix is a decent spot right now. Thoughtseize seems like it's in a good spot right now, so I really don't know. But I figured, I had to give this deck a try at some point, so why not today? Alright, they're revealing a companion? No. Alright, I'm assuming I'm keeping this hand against anyone. And then just play Sunken Citadel on white here. Maybe VFS just broke it and playing 80 cards for Citadel, 8 Field of Ruin is just insane. Looks like my opponent's just not... They're mostly a limited player, maybe? They have a bunch of standard and stuff results. They don't have any... They actually have 0 Pioneer, 0 Modern results on thingy, just standard. Azori Soldier, Pizza Box Open Standard. When was that? A while. We couldn't win the showcase, but we think we can play the hardest deck in the format. This is the hardest deck to play in the format, maybe. Moonlight, yeah, Moonlight's just really well positioned right now. It's like nice against Fable. It's nice against Phoenix. It's nice against Company. Return to ranks. Just, it's so many things. Yeah, yesterday, I don't know. It was... I just don't know what I'm gonna do, I like that Omnath deck, but I'm worried about time. Yo, Villaboy, I should update. Copter. Okay. One of the sea was pretty great draw. I do need land number 4, but Citadel is not great because I wouldn't mind putting Yorion in my hands. I could bottom both and put Yorion in my hands, or I could keep both and do Censor. I already have Moonlight that kind of counters Fable. Censor counters a free drop, means I need to dodge. I think I'm gonna maybe bottom Citadel and top Censor. So let's see, if they play exactly Land Harvester, I want to be able to cycle twice. So I should shock and say go. Hey Mayo, what's up? What are the citadels for? Field of Ruin? It's also just kind of a dual land. It's like a bad dual land. You get to pick a color. And you have 8 Field of Ruin, and you have 4 of the creature lands, the blue-white creature lands. I'll update the stream deck here. Alright, this is maybe where I got greedy, not Not keeping Citadel. Okay. Could put Yorion in my hand. I think that's just kind of greedy. Not sure. I don't know if VFS is on social media. VFS is on Twitter. I don't think so. I feel like I would have seen. It wasn't cast. That's pretty good for them. Getting a little loan here by Copter Mutavault. Probably gonna activate Mutavault and get in for 5. Assuming this is not the greatest matchup. Like red-black mid. Knowing when to like grab Yorion's probably one of the tough things. Take 5. Maybe just switch Yorion in my hand because I have Veto up. Maybe just log down Copter and then I can blink it later. Copter is a bit awkward for them because they don't have a creature. I think I'm just gonna say go and cast a Deluge. I'm all worried about Shield Red if I do anything but Deluge. Shield Red kind of just owns me. I have to put the counter on. I think it. I don't know. Starting Takenuma. Okay, Harvester. That's a break. That's good. That's not good. I don't have 1 mana spells, right? I can hit. I don't have March in my deck. When you started streaming, did you envision this as what you wanted your chat to look like? I don't really think that's something I was like just thinking about at all. How am I doing on time? Not great. I take Censor and Emperor. Yeah, not keeping that first Citadel. Kind of getting punished for it right now. I think I have to lock down. And I hope they don't have second red for a verse. I don't have March in the list. No March. They have red mana for Croxa. I probably lose. I could have gambled and kept Farewell. Felt like Farewell was too bad against all the creature lands. And I was thinking just cycle Censor, try and find a Field of Ruin. Hardcast Stomp. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, just classic game of blue-whites, just awkward. Every step of the way was awkward. I haven't tried anything in Pioneer Blue White. I haven't really played Pioneer Blue White much. I just copied a list. This might just be the worst matchup for this deck, though. I definitely did not want to get paired against red-black mid-range. Like, I don't think it's atrocious, but I'm guessing I'm a little behind. Kind of wish I just registered the Fires deck right now. Why not just play the one from the graveyard? As they're playing around Censor and Make Disappear. Catching a break here. Or am I? I have Yorion. Pretty far from Yorion. Making land drop. My one have Croxa in the yard. They have a free Mutavault. So they can attack with Muta plus Croxa. I can chump Mutavault. They don't tap land, I kind of lose. Could double block Mutavault. How much does this cost to activate free? Trying to think if I take Deluge or Omen. Am I ever not activating Anchorage? So best case scenario for me is attack with Mutavault. I guess I can just chump. And then cast Deluge. Oh no, I can't cast Deluge. Chump and cast Omen of the Sea, I guess. We have two blockers, but if they could just go land, activate Mutavault, activate Hive, I'm dead. Or Den. Or Den. Both creature land kill me. Bothering a single Field of Ruin really screwed me over this game. There's this Crucible in the sideboard. I wonder if I should bring it in. It's good against Croxa discards. I can Croxa discard some lands and replay them. How do I sideboard in this matchup? 2 Shark Typhoons, 1 Farewell. The Sharks are probably okay. Alright, I'm just gonna discard Dovin's Veto. What's my out here? Block Mutavault. Top deck a Field of Ruin. Verdict the Croxa away. They might not want to trade their Mutavault this turn. Is Omen of the Sea somehow better than blocking the Mutavaults? Almost definitely not. At least I'm a couple minutes ahead on time. I think I need to get rid of the Mutavaults. Like, 1 man is manageable for now. That was unfortunate. I was hoping for the other way around, I think. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I did not draw a Field of Ruin. 2 field. I think I'm drawing deads. Trying to think. I'm 1 mana short. 1 mana short. Deduce for control. What does Deduce do? I mean, I'll have to play no basics in their deck. Citadel. Yeah. Yeah, what does Citadel do for me? I'm still 1 mana short. Oh, just don't Wrath? Yeah, good point, actually. Just put Yorion in my hand. I didn't even think about that. Oh, smart. Did use for control, it's kind of like Think Twice. Yeah, I like that card. Might be even better in creativity decks. Seems like an upgrade for creativity. Oh no. Not like this. Trample from NT. Oh my god. Rip. Oh, that's sad. Sad business. Made her forget, yeah. That was a close game. My draw wasn't bad, but it was also a little awkward the whole way through. Lord Beerus always laughing when I lose. I don't know what's your problem, Lord Beerus. Hurts my feelings. Literally every time something bad happens to me, you're just laughing in chat. It's not very nice. I mean, I'm sure you don't mean it, but also... I have feelings. Alright, VFS. What would VFS board out in this matchup? I mean, my instinct is just to board out the Spell Pierce, especially on the play, but... Oh, Orion's was a streak. Hey, Claudio. Hey, Naughty. Hey, everyone. Claudio, have you tried these versions, the VSF build? I'll try one Crucible against Trespasser. Lord Beerus is a fellow streamer, so toxic by nature. I think maybe I could have won this game if I put Yorion in my hand at some point earlier. I think for Spell Piercer meme. I mean, the one time I got parried against VFS, I got owned by all the Spell Pierce and the Vetoes. It kind of makes sense. The early game matters. You have the sweepers for the creature, and then you have Deluge and Teferi to take over, so you don't care about the late game, but... Am I gonna get them with Shark? Maybe. Maybe I shouldn't bring in Shark. You want to cut the Spell Pierce on the play. And then... Hey, Jim. Damn, 2 days in a row where you get to watch the stream. Maybe trim a Verdict. Verdict was awkward for me this game. And I'm bringing a second Farewell. To trim a Veto? No, I love Veto against... I love Veto against Copter and Fable. I love Veto in this matchup. Cold Inferno, it's actually getting cold. Someone asked yesterday, I was like, nope, it hasn't been cold yet. And then actually, it's about to, I don't know if it's freezing now, but it's close to, freezing 0. 32 Fahrenheit for you, Naughty. Seems like a fine hand on the play. Wandering Emperor, like it's a slow hand, but Wandering Emperor is one of the cards that catches you up. Potentially. It's not very good against Stomp, but pretty common for them to just like lose a creature, get stomped. They mulligan the rest. If I can draw Omen of the Sea like a boss. I used to not bringing second Farewell, but Yorion deck and the heavy Croxa builds. Croxa's a little scary. I think Farewell's pretty good in this matchup. I don't think it's amazing, but it definitely has its moments. Wandering Emperor into Yorion's cute too. If they have Land Fable, game's probably gonna be hard. Or we have like NT and a good hit. They played land, so they don't have NT. That's nice, I guess. Might have Fable though. Yeah. The Wrath Harvester, Fable, pretty good curve. Not that the rest was amazing for them there, but Feels like red black. That's what I like about these new builds of red black. They stumble way less. Because Copter smooths out your draw more than Bangbuster does, and NT also does that a bit. So red black used to lose a lot of games by just like getting stuck on land and stuff. I think I just like making a 2/2 here. Trying to block Shaman token maybe. Like, because I have Yorion, right? I want to be able to go 2/2, make another 2/2, and then blink it potentially. I'm not sure about that block though. Don't want to keep giving them treasure tokens, but Harvester ability with Fable is a thing. Even though I have Farewell, and it's like more damage. It's kind of close. They only discarded one card, and they knew Wandering Emperor was coming, so expect they're gonna have a good turn. Discard Anchorage. Keep both Farewells in case they have a Duress or Thoughtseize. Probably taking Yorion if they do. Well, I'm getting low. Thing is, if they have a Thoughtseize and they take Yorion, I might want to just play Anchorage, have Farewell mana. I think it's close. Anchorage seems better to discard. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's close. It went fairly well for me. What do I do here with the Wandering Emperor? Don't hate getting rid of Shaman. I could do everything, honestly. Croxa, Copter, Shaman Cruise Copter. I kind of want to kill the Shaman token. What's my plan with Farewell? Name like enchantment artifacts and graveyards. I kind of want to get rid of that token at some point anyways. Alright, I'll get rid of the... That Farewell could be beautiful. Might also lose if they have a discard for Farewell because I didn't discard Anchorage. Maybe I valued the free life a little too much. That's part of the equation. Go blank. That was good for them. 4 cards. So they're bringing back Croxa next turn. Could attack with Anchorage. That seems good, right? Don't want to get lost anything and give them the extra card for Croxa. And I need to... Oh, I was like, why didn't I explore? Right. Maybe try to get Yorion to 6/7. I don't know. I guess I'll spread the love. Hopefully I just hit land anyways. That would be really nice. Could use extra cards. I want to keep the land in case they have another go blank. I don't really need to play the land right now. Not sure what I do if they Croxa. They didn't sack Blood Token enough turn. Oh, wow. Maybe that's why that was their last card. I mean, I guess this is fine. It's not the end of the world. I probably get to farewell. Oh, that was nasty, actually. Wow. Could have done anything about it? Not really. Oh, let's hope their last card's not a discard spell, or else I probably lose. Okay. So I just get rid of everything, right? It all. Artcast. One card left. I have Anchorage, Field of Ruin. Artifacts, creatures, enchantment, graveyard, sure. I do need to hurry. I didn't sack a blood token. That's not a good sign. A little awkward because of Anchorage to block the Shaman token anyways, but... How much is that free? Market Kale, Fable, and give them 2 thingies? Oh, screw that. I mean, I just have a 2-turn clock. I have 1 draw step to draw something good. And I get maps. I love maps. Dovin's Veto, sure. All right, hold, please. They probably had really few outs. Still don't think I want farewell. Or still don't think I'm Spell Pierce even on the draw, honestly. Does counter Copter. I'm a little worried these Shark are going to be too slow and kind of bad against Go Blank and kind of awkward with Lockdown. I wish I knew. 2/4. It does block a Goblin token and a Harvester. It's a fine blocker, I guess. They'd get lost. That card's just heinous. Kind of want to play Spell Pierce over Get Lost. Does help against all these creature lands, but Enchantment, Planeswalker, creature. Targets my own stuff too, potentially. Moonlight counters the Fable token. You never have too many Fable answers. What's VFS? Name of the player on Magic Online who plays this deck. Verdict has its moments in this matchup. Probably less now with Scopter. They're playing a versions, a lot of reversal for Goblin. Ambitious. Spell Pierce or no in this matchup? I want to say no. I say no. I say yes to playing fast. Alright, I like that this... Oh no, I don't... Does have a Fable answer, even if I don't draw blue or white. They kept 7 this time. Non-discard spell is nice. I have been getting screwed by these Anchorage coming play tapped a bit, but also they've been good. Kind of sucks. Kind of have to. Citadel came 1 turn too late. I kind of lose if they just play Fable and I want to at least get rid of the token, so I don't think I have much of a choice here. And it's Trespasser instead. That sucks. I didn't bring in the Force Verdict, did I? So this gives me Veto plus Field of Ruin for Verdict. Well, I mean, either or. The challenge ended up yesterday. I went 7-2. I won 6 in a row after starting 1-2. So it went well. Both losses I could have maybe won. The deck was good. List was good. That was good. Yeah, a good finish. Finish strong. Oh, Cruxa, man. Could just discard that Veto at this point. Of course, they could still have a discard spell. I'm gonna want lands. Maybe keep Veto for now. Blightning, mini Blightning. Assuming this deck just wants more white than blue. Because of lockdown. I'm in a rough spot. Load, I have Cruxa. I have a full grip. I don't like my chances. Need to remember I have Yorion. Need to hope their hand is like just awkward against lockdown. I guess I just say go and take the hit here. Shark bait them into playing Cruxa. Oh, that Shark was locked down. Oh no, I could just cycle here and not take the damage. Yeah, playing Chrome Host would have been pretty good actually. Leaves me dead to a shield red, I guess. Uh-oh, they shocked. Maybe it's just playing around Censor. Do I want to counter it or do I want to just lock it down? Discard. I guess I just want to counter it and then go Shark Veto mana up. It's kind of nice. And then pray for no Shelly. I think I'm gonna lose this game to Shelly. Yeah. Oh, Bitter Triumph. Hopefully they don't have another one. Table is manageable. 4 minutes left. Another Shark. Probably just say go right and then cycle Shark Typhoon. Crocsaw's gonna come back soonish, but I have extra cards. The only discarded one was Crocsai in the yard. A little weird. Alright, that's good. They probably drew that land. Copter, that's good for me. I feel like they must have misplayed that Fable. That's good draw too. Hey, Argon. What's the card they just kept? Because they clearly drew that land, and they only discarded one. Maybe they drew two lands, I guess they drew... No, the Fable's up for draw step. So they have like a good card in hands. Maybe they have a Stomp?
Happy 2024 Gab and chat. Happy top decks.
What could it be? Attacking with Copter? Oh, so they're repping like removal spell plus Stomp maybe? That kills me. Right. I should probably just Wandering Emperor. I had to kill them pretty fast too. Oh, maybe they have double Stomp. Maybe they would have played Stomp face last turn and cast a Bone Crusher if they had it though. Elegance Command. Am I just dead? Oh wow. 2 damage to me and kill their thingy. Well, it's quote unquote just Cruxa. What do I do about Cruxa? What do I discard? Just discard Shark Typhoon maybe? Lockdown, I'm gonna lose my entire board. A 2? How do I gain life? I mean, I can't gain life, right? Just... It's just Farewell and Pray. Creature, Enchantment, Graveyard. And then, do I make a 2/2? Wow, GG's. Insane. Woo! 13. What is Harry playing? He could be like, I mean, historically he likes control decks, but I feel like he could be on like anything really. Oh man, I'm cold. I'm shaking from last round. My brain is already mush from like 1 hour match. I need my wizard's robe. It's not a blanket, it's a wizard's robe. How dare you? Lord Beerus. I told you it's a wizard's robe. Tread carefully. Alright, well, he didn't reveal a Yorion. Den of the Bugbear Soul Scar Mage. Ooh. Might as well do... Does it matter? I guess blue. Because I might just play Citadel again next turn and just cycle Censor. Is Sunken a real deal? I'm gonna go ahead and say that against the mono red deck, it's not that great. Yeah, not getting all hot. CC's right to the bottom. And it looks like he mulligan wants to. I need... No, wrong sweeper. Yeah, just stat on white and pray. Why is he playing mono red? Isn't mono red just terrible? It's fine. I would hope to play something that's a bit better than just fine, but... Damn, I don't even have a verdict. I'm at 11. I mean, I think my line's just Omen of the Sea, right? Then she'd get lost if... Or Ferasa and for Amalia. Yeah. The meta call. Peter a burn spell, I'm in trouble. Nope. He might have Ferocity here and be worried about verdict. Can he beat a verdict though? Probably not. What happens if he plays Ferocity in pre-combat and attacks as everyone? I make a 2/2 in response, and then he has no good attacks. Then I get lost. Do I really need a second Wandering Emperor? Seems so sketch. Maybe though. Like making a free Shark Typhoon is just better than a second Wandering Emperor. Not sure about that one. Well then. I'm at 8. He has 2 cards.
Easiest money of my life!
Surely that's gotta be good, right? We know he doesn't even have a burn spell. Azaret? No. Right, that card's... For red source you control would deal an amount of non-common damage less than tapped and transform. Taps for red, red and 2, transform it. Oh, okay. Get lost it now? Why now? Isn't that just terrible? But then he activates Den and attacks. Burn. I know instant speed, but we know he doesn't have a burn spell. We know he drew lands. And he didn't have a burn spell when he attacks with his free creatures. Don't want to get too low either. What is the downside? I mean, the downside is I get to, like, cast a Memory Deluge and lock up the game or something. My hand is pretty strong. It does give him the extra mana too, right? Alright, I'm just gonna say go. Can't gain life. Still get to exile the Oger, which is good for me. And then get lost Ferocity, make a 2/2. I think I don't listen to McKeith. Would never win another match of Magic in my life. Get lost Ferocity. Cycle a 2/2 Shark. Plus it. Seems pretty good, right? Might be slightly worse than just saying go. Nah, no way. I think my line was just better, McKeith. I mean, your daughter line was probably good enough, but what's he gonna do? Send both that Wandering Emperor? I'm blocking the den no matter who he sends it at. Play with fire. Surely that's going in a bin. Hey, Logan. Sorry. I have Yorion. I can't cast it this turn. Did he keep Play with Fire? Maybe he kept it. He actually did keep it. Okay, let's make a 2/2. Have fields. I guess he's gonna Play with Fire or map first. I'll Delusion response. Okay, so I draw not or get lost. Soulscar Mage. Wait, he didn't keep Play with Fire? Log down first? Yeah, maybe I should have. Just Yorion, right? Wait, he has no cards in hand? Alright, he puts Soulscar Mage in the bin. Don't tap demo, I'm gonna cast Yorion. Dude, the Omen of the Sea lockdown thingy combo is such gas. Oh, scary. My deck's a lot of bricks. I do have a Deluge in the yard, but I guess I have a super fast clock. He might just not have outs. I don't know what burn spell he's playing, if he plays Lightning Strike or not. I don't think that deck plays Lightning Strike. Because you play Ojer. So I'm not sure he actually has outs here. Could be wrong. Maybe I should have played on tap land just in case I need to Deluge into Veto for some reason. I guess that's only 12 damage. I'm not killing him. I don't know, I thought I had a 2-turn clock here. I'm 10 minutes for game 1 against Mono Reds. My brain is really just not functioning very fast. This first time playing this deck too was all the Citadels and whatnot. I need coffee. I actually had my coffee. I had my coffee like an hour before the stream. I think maybe that's the problem. Alright, Shark seems good. Man, like half of my cards are just atrocious. Cutting Farewell. Not much to Spell Pierce, right? What does that mono red Oger play? Let's see if Harry Furkin has actually played that deck before. I've actually played a league with it, but I forget. Not recently. Chandra's a little scary. I can Spell Pierce slide up the stage. He's going to bring in Hazoret. He might bring in Vortex, but probably not, just because of lockdown. He just hopes I don't draw lockdown. Does Hallowed Moonlight do anything at all? Besides combo with lockdown in weird spots. Chandra makes tokens. Does it counter Kumano? Exile this Saga. Good enough, I guess. I'm right back.
Thanks for the streams.
Yo, Totalitist, thank you for your support. Let's see. Is Shark Typhoon better than any of my other cards? Better than a Spell Pierce. Shark Typhoon was nice here. Oh, I submitted 81. Oh my god. Shame. At least I still get Yorion. I think I'm gonna maul fairly aggressively. No lockdown, no verdict, no wandering emperor, no get lost. I do have nice mana, kind of, but yeah, punish for the 81. At least I didn't draw a Spell Pierce. He's mulliganing. I mean, I'll keep and get rid of Dovin's Veto. Yeah, last hand looking decent. He's on the mull to 5. At least last hand was like... I mean, the 2 counters against the mull to 5 might just be really bad. Just because he's going to dump his hand before I even get to counter anything. I mean, there's a chance he doesn't have a creature. He could also have a second Kumano or a light up the stage, right? Playing beach doesn't really do much for me. Hopefully he has like light up the stage. That's his plan. Oh no, I'm dumb. Light up the stage. I was thinking the 1 damage, but that already came. Punished. Actually punished for not playing Get Lost. Brutal. Alright. Could have drawn Hallowed Moonlight too. Maybe playing Island turn 1 was ambitious. There was like free Get Lost, free Hallowed Moonlight. I'm just gonna counter it. I don't want to die with Spell Pierce in hand this game. Oh, land, please. Could have Rending Volley. That would be nasty. If I don't block, I take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 down to 3. If I block here, I take 5 down to 7. I think I just take it, right? Deck doesn't have that much burn, yeah. Vortex? Eidolon? Uh, hmm. What does he have? Just Oger? Telling me the play was fire. Trying to figure out if I should save Moonlight for Kumano or cycle it now. If I cycle it now and I break, I have to get lost to Kumano, which really sucks. You want me to get lost Kumano? That seems loose. Miss land drop. His last card in hand is either Oger or I just lose. If it's a burn spell, I'm not winning. If he draws a burn spell, I'm not winning. Let's say it's Oger. Oh, looks like I should have maybe cycled that Moonlight after all. And Spell Pierce would have been nice. I wonder if he drew it or if he sandbagged it. Spell Pierce does get better on the play. Term Veto. Yeah, his spells are pretty bad. Just all the cantrips. Don't hate it. It did Narset's reversal. I don't care about Dingo Stream. I mean, I'm kind of curious now, but just an atrocious hand. I mean, I can win on 5 if I draw the right cards. Lockdown's really good against him. 1/1 Shark could be better than Censor. I guess I get to keep Censor mana up on 2. It's not that bad. At least I have functional mana. Somewhat functional mana. Did he keep a one-lander? He did tank a bit. How much damage do I take here if he plays a creature? Not that much, right? I think I take too much damage if I don't do lockdown now. Just not worth it. If he plays Yorion, I probably just put I mean, if he plays Eidolon, I probably just put Yorion in my hands. I'm just gonna have to put Yorion in my hand no matter what. Want to get his
This deck hates
remnant.
non-basic lands.
Oh wow. I mean, Yorion's so good, right? Just log down. Field of Ruin, put Yorion in my hand. If he plays a Ferocity, I can Verdict. What am I gonna Deluge for? This seems bad. Deluge sets me up nicely too, but I do take 1 damage from the thingy coming back. I could screw me over. Chandra Dress to Kill is a little scary, I guess. If he curves into that, that's another reason why I would want Yorion. Chandra, attack for 2, I go to 10. I played Yorion. I go to 9. I have a Yorion in play that you can't really kill. But then Chandra goes up to 5. If I Deluge, I might just put myself in a bad spot though. Oh, just no land Chandra, please. Could say go. Seems really bad though. Yeah. The value. Bottom and was Delusion hand. Probably just don't want to waste. Just say go, see what happens. Doesn't seem like I can really lose anymore, but hey Cravons, thank you for the resub. What's that about? Light up the stage, probably. Can I one-shot it next turn? Do I even care? Hey, this is loose. Could hit Get Lost. I could hit Censor, make disappear. I do have a lot of counters for it. Shark Typhoon would be good too. Probably can't lose either way. I think I'm just gonna block if he attacks. Could just be like all lower percentage plays, like not casting the 7-mana deluge, this, that, but feels like I should be fine either way. Alright, I did not lose against the one-lander. Did it all count to Shark? No. Playing so slowly, it's insane. Do I have lethal? 6, 8, not close. I'm at 10. Can he burn me out? Could exile my shark to gain 2 life. The most cowardly play ever. Am I aware of the time? I do need to speed it up though. For sure. I'm guessing they're probably more likely to be some 5-color pile than mirror match, but we'll see. I think this is better on turn 1 if I draw Field of Runes. Would red black still be good versus that? Versus what? Oh, because of Ether Flux? I don't know. I don't know how Reservoir changes the matchup. Not great. I don't have a Fable answer, despite every card in my deck kind of being a Fable answer. Probably have to get lost a Fable token if they play Fable here. Alright, that's nice. Big sigh of relief. I'll need Verdict. Wouldn't mind finding a counter, gonna bottom a land there. And not having a counter is rough. I don't think Field of Ruin really gets them. I think they're playing the Niv deck. I just want to get Anchorage out of the way and just cycle Shark for 0. Wow. That was pretty great for me. Come on, counterspell. Blue, blue, white, white. Alright, might as well start playing Field of Runes here. So if they go like Bring to Light Valky, I can either Deluge into Teferi get lost, or I can get lost into Teferi, have 2 mana up. But 2 mana up for what? Not too sure. I have 2 draw steps to a counter. Maybe that's worth it. Or maybe I just should Deluge to set myself up. So many charms, yeah. Now. I don't care about the life. Kind of same dilemma. I don't know if they played Dovin's Veto main deck. I don't know if I want to start going to work here with my Field of Runes. Kind of disaster if I give them Veto. Let's see. Real quick. Where is it? Pioneer Challenge 64. This list probably. Vanishing Verse, Growth Spiral. On MTGO. No Veto in the main. Do give them Binding mana, but they already have Binding. That's probably what's going to happen to me when I Teferi, right? They're just going to play Binding. Maybe I'm better off just saying go and playing a Deluge. Maybe they won't have Binding, Copium. I actually don't have Binding. Still don't have a counter, but body scooped. Their hand's just like stone atrocious. Oh, that's nice. Rending Volley, Rip, on MTGO, Yorion, Bangbuster, Notion Thief, Dovin, Veto. And Reversal does not much. So on the 4 disputes, I don't know if the game goes as long as Crucible. I want the Shark Typhoons. Lockdown's tricky. They have Up the Beanstalk and Caryatid. I think I'd just rather keep my verdicts. Does Moonlight do anything? Bring to Light still casts a creature, right? Cast it. So Hallowed Moonlight's kind of a brick. I don't think they play Fable, because I think they were playing the Niv version. I want all these cards. I want all these cards. I guess Farewell's pretty good. I think Shark could be too slow. Crucible is tempting. I don't know why that Crucible's in the sideboard. It's just so slow against everyone. I don't even want to bring it in. I'll give it a try. It was open. Decklist. Do you have lay rip? Love no rips. Close decklist. I think Deluge just too big a part of this deck's game plan, I guess. Rip is awkward, and they're just playing like the deck just play Hallowed Moonlight instead and Lockdown and stuff. I don't know. Man, this sounds so terrible. I think I'm minimal. 5 lands, no value lands. Surprised this deck doesn't have Narset. The blue-white deck was all the bindings was all the Up the Beanstalk decks going around. Seems like it would be nice to have a Narset or two. Probably better than Crucible in the matchups where you want Crucible. Probably just better off with Narset. Obviously you can blink it with Yorion, but even without that. Much better. Do I think Boris Convoke is a good deck choice for Explorer Qualifier? I don't know what the Explorer meta is. I'm not a huge fan of the Boris Convoke deck. I think it's a little weak compared to the other good decks in the format. But I could be wrong. I haven't really played it, only against it. I don't like that it just seems like it loses to someone just playing a couple of creatures, blockers, you know, Shredders, Amalia, red-black, just blockers and stuff. Basic Island Go. Do they have a land cycler or something? What the... Land cyclers are not even up the beanstalk. Try it. They just have Omnath here. I'll die. Should have kept my dispute hand apparently. Oh, that was a huge draw. Massive draw. It'll be mostly Amalia and Explorer, really? Yeah, I haven't played Explorer. I didn't even try the best of one thingy this morning. I was finishing my Pioneer League, was Enigmatic Fires. I didn't feel like trying to rush a run. Yeah, maybe they have Omnath. I mean, I think most likely, even if they could play Omnath last turn, they probably would have not. Because they probably think about Censor
and from this vantage point, I declare with utter certainty
dispute.
that this one is in the bag.
I wonder if they had turn to Bangbuster and they just got super greedy and played Carried at first. It is nice that I don't feel like I've been ghosted any of the like 12 matches I've played since yesterday or just in general. Shout out to all the grinders who keep it fair. Who let me stream was hand revealed for everyone. Yeah, now they have Omnath. You just cycle here, easy, just need to make land drops. This way I don't have to keep lands with Deluge, draw more counters. Then hate drawing a dispute here. Okay, nice, they don't have another Omnath. They just have a Niv though. Dovin's Veto and Vanishing Verse only. Really? Oh, because they revealed a bunch of blue-white. A lot of lands. It's nice that they don't have, like, Dispute mana up here. Deserted Beach. And I guess another Spell Pierce. I'm gonna draw Crucible here. And all I need is a Verdict. Do have Yorion. But I guess I should have played on tap land and have double Spell Pierce mana up. Vanishing Verse, Dovin's Veto. And 2 Mystery card and a Yorion. Did I bring in Crucible? I did. I will not have 4 Verdict for game 3 though. Thingo is 4 mana up after a Deluge makes them like probably not want to just jam more spells and maybe sit on Veto. Why does that have like a 5 mana spell plus a Veto? And they don't really care. Yorion in their hand. Yeah, they're just keeping Veto mana up. I'm shuffling back a couple of cards that I bought them, but I'm also thinning the deck. Not the worst. Shark Typhoon, and they have Vanishing Verse in hand. These have chum blockers for days, no big deal. And I can activate them for cheap too. Oh, making my verdict even juicier. 1/1 or bigger? You could have like Colligan's Command. What can I draw? Omen of the Sea. I think there's too many cards I could draw here. I guess I can just spell. I can't even cast Colligan's Command. Why is the Concast Vanishing Verse end of turn? I think I have to bait their veto. Man, they'll let it resolve. Dude, that was so bad when I have Verdict in my deck. Unbelievable. Just take Deluge and Veto. Not Gruel. Then Cry. What's up? Thanks for the resub. Alright, I need to do some quick math here. 3 mana for Anchorage. Then I can tap 1+1 to Field of Ruin and have 3 mana up. 4 was Deluge. I love the 8 Field of Ruin effects. Yeah, hasn't been super great so far, but it's been decent, I guess. Screwed me over too much. Let the chum blocking begin. I think I'm better off just casting Deluge now rather than use Field of Ruin. Very gets vetoed, but everything gets vetoed. Probably keep action spells at some point. Yeah, maybe they're just not thinking of Verdict. Maybe they don't care. I'm not too sure, but sure doesn't seem great for them to just let these Deluge resolve with Veto in hand. Assuming I should counter that when I'm at 2. Wish I had double blue. I probably mischose mana at some point this game. I do get 2 mana Screwdom here, most likely. I can't imagine to have more than 5 basics. Alright, I mean, we know about a Yorion, we know about a Dovin Veto, a Vanishing Verse. That's annoying, but it's not the end of the world. Didn't get anything very relevant. Molten Collapse, Bring to Light, Dovin's Veto. Nothing I really care about. Yeah, thanks for all the resubs. Skinny Eric, thanks for the 5 months, appreciate that. That was a good draw. I don't know what I'm doing. Why is it so slow? Probably have like control on or something. Should I draw? A little gamble. A little gamble. I guess I can't shock. So I just play Citadel on blue. That Citadel on white kind of is not great for me. Yeah, I mean, I have Teferi plus Deluge. I was trying another Deluge in a dispute. I had a field over and got there. Won me the game, all these field over rooms eventually. Mr. Lucky, thank you so much for 24 months. Happy 2-year anniversary to us. Yeah, opponent not vetoing that Deluge. That was not a good play by them. I don't think that's even being like result oriented or anything. Am I mulliganing this hand against anyone? Oh, my phone open. I'm ghosting. I'm ghosting myself. Classic. Wizard's Robe. That's right. Please play a copter. Please play a copter. Please play a copter. No. May the awkward mana. May the awkward mana begin. Oh, you think I need my yellow hats for the wizards? Might be right. It does feel nice. It's a little cold, so. In case anyone cares, Jake went 6-2 in Modern 20K yesterday in Cincinnati to make day 2. Do you know why he's playing? The rest. Wrecked. That sequencing could have not gone more poorly for me. No Copter on 2. No Fable on 3, just Harvester into Duress. My hand's pretty resilient, though. If he has another Harvester, I'll lose, though. Nice hat, thank you. Alright, don't have much of a choice here. Yeah, he had the perfect hand against my hand, but might still not be enough. Could also just rip a Verdict, or if he hardcasts a Bone Crusher here, I see Trespassers. Very bad. Verdict, Lockdown, Untap Land. Gets Lost could come in handy. I mean, his board kind of folds to back-to-back Wandering Emperor. I'm definitely -2ing first. Because of push, stomp, I don't know, everything. Yeah, just slightly upgraded Grizzly Bear. Can't beat them. Yeah, Lockdown would have been nice. Or Verdict. Good push. If he has all pushes, probably still better to just sack blood tokens and safe push for the 2-2 I'm gonna make. You want me to splash a double red card in my blue-white deck? That's much worse than Lockdown. I don't think I can afford to go to Fairy Plus here. I'm not sure I can afford to shock. Fairy Plus, I'm literally dead to removal spell. LPR's counters a lot, though. Maybe it is worth it? Even just making him pay 2 more on a push or a stomp might be worth it. Go to 5. He attacks with everyone. I Wandering Emperor, block 1. Kill one. Go back up to 7. Go back down to 5. He knows I have it, but he has a push. Go down to 5. Wandering Emperor. He's gonna loot. Let's say he has a push. Attacks. Push my token. Up to 7. Go down to 2. I made him pay 2 more. Alright, I'm not gonna pay. Not drawing a single sweeper this game was rough. Could veto plus get lost. Wow, you only got 8 ads? The RNG ads was in your favor, surely. Could have gotten way more. By the way, chat, if you sub to the channel, you can sub for free with Twitch Prime. You get no ads. Ad-free experience. Welcome. Welcome to the stream, Tiny Pants. Glad you could join us. Glad you could defeat the ads. Yeah. For those of you who don't know, Twitch tried to, you know, be profitable without spamming ads and stuff for years, but they just couldn't do it, so they started spamming ads. And then if it makes you feel better, I make more money than I used to thanks to all the ads. They do pay decently well. I'm dead to like double stomp or push plus stomp here. Can fizzle his fizzle the gain life and stomp my face. Yeah, that's good for me. -1 blood token. Becoming Turbo Injure. I cut Netflix for Turbo. Yeah, I got Turbo like 3 or 4 months ago. 2 or 3 months ago. It's been nice. Also, when you get Turbo, you get no ads on no stream, but the streamer still gets the fraction of pennies as if you're watching the ad.
Experience are my magic words, you smooth talker.
Damn, look at Sizzle Skeleton. Max value for that Prime sub. Alright, does he have a follow-up? That Mutavault. On that plan would be decent. It would let me strip Mutavault. How about a tap land instead? I think I need to Teferi plus and hope to draw non-tap lands. I mean, I could get lost plus Mutavault, but then I'm so far behind. I think it's worth the gamble. Game feels bad. I feel like anything a little different I would have been good, or I'd been on the play, I would have been good. Could still win if you have still nothing, but I still need to top deck. Like even push on his Mutavault beats me, because then I don't get the land. I thought about doing it on my turn. Maybe it was a mistake. I don't know why I didn't. As this makes him spend the 1 mana to activate Mutavault. Could matter. Could have done it on my turn. Okay, not punished. Probably not going to be enough, but... I didn't look what he attacked. I assume he attacked all at me. I mean, if he has breaks and I draw a verdict or farewell, most likely. Trespasser. Well, I guess that doesn't change a ton. I still need to draw Verdict. You can draw it right away, put me down to 1. Or you could just save it, just like pay Bone Crusher. Not sure what his best play is. I don't think it matters what he does. Copter plays around Verdict. It's a good play. Doesn't play around Lockdown though. Wow, that's a big lockdown. That's a lot of tokens I'm getting to. Do I have a choice? Lockdown minus on Kiki Jiki. What else can I do? We know he has Trespasser on top. Bone Crusher in exile, so I should just switch Yorion in my hand. The Copter Blade played around Verdict, but it was much worse, obviously, around... I mean, surely I should put Yorion in my hand here. It's not especially close, right? And then, what does this one name? White. I need to double deck something for Trespasser, right? Oh, there's no other creatures? What? Okay. Is there a reason not to play Omen of the Sea here? Not really. Ooh, Verdict. Surely I should just Verdict first, right? Verdict loses to another Trespasser, actually. I could Yorion first. And Verdict later, so I don't die to another Trespasser. I think the Yorion will get me far enough ahead, right? Dead to another Trespasser because you would kill it if they attack. Except I get to see a bunch of cards. Yorion first loses to any removal. I have Veto in hand. I get to untap 2 lands. How many cards do I see extra? I see an extra 3 cards. And how many cards I have that save me from another Trespasser? I have 2 make disappear in my deck. And I've already drawn 1, so I'll let you have 1 out. Wait, they're drawing Fable? I guess Verdict is the play then, right? Oh, from the tuck. Get Lost saves me? No. Alright, I'm just gonna play the Verdict now. Is it the Casbone Crusher, right? Looks like I probably win. Now we know they're drawing Verdict. Oh, I mean Fable. I'm already down to 10 minutes and this game's not over yet. No lag's real. Restart. I was hoping to get to keep that Veto, but I have a lot of Veto and Pierce I can redraw for like the next stomp or whatever. I think Deluge does better. Another Deluge and you guys get lost. think I'm just gonna play Yorion now. Try and find Dovin's Veto. I can main phase Deluge. That sees 4 cards. Man, there's nothing I can really find to like get out of this mess to gain life. Oh, I guess I'm ahead on time. I didn't realize. That's good to know. I mean, main phase Deluge is just like the safest kind of. Like Veto just kills so many of his outs. But the more time I give him, the more draws to Trespasser I give him as well, so they usually play more Stomps than Trespassers. That sucks. I did what I could to like find a... Man, that's kind of unlucky. I saw so many cards. Classic Spell Spirit's been fairly heinous for me. Yeah, no, it happens, but kind of sucks. Restart? Oh yeah. Yeah, I feel like I played pretty good. I was wondering if I'd played Yorion the very first turn I could, if I would have gotten to Teferi Ultimate on time and mana screwed him, but I don't think so. I played well, he played well. Alright, so Shark, farewell. Shark. Cut these heinous Censor. What did I cut last time? Again, lost? Or Moonlight? Moonlight's just Fable, right? And Lockdown, I guess? That doesn't really matter. That's some good lands I would keep. Maybe. Better. I'll say when in doubt, get rid of the most expensive card, right? I already have a 5-drop. Don't not like Crucible. I think their deck's a little too fast for me to have time for Crucible and have too many basics. I think in theory, like, the manland shouldn't be too big of a problem. Because I just have a million fields. If they play Copter, I think I just log down right away. It's not great, but the first. Just get rid of Verdict. Or log down. I'm gonna get rid of Verdict because... No, no, no! Fuck! No! How did I fucking F6 that? Dude, the lag, I just restarted, it's so laggy. Oh, I'm so annoyed. I would have put Yorion in my hand. He would have had to pick between Wandering Emperor and Yorion. I mean, I can still win, but I see. Time walking yourself's not great. So frustrating. And to rub it in, I don't even have like a 2-mana spell. I do that a lot recently. I've been doing it more than I used to. I don't know what happened. Maybe I had already F6, then I F6'd again. Don't even have a stupid Sunken Citadel to field first. Would have been nice. Dude, what a frustrating way to lose these games. It's probably because of the yellow hats. Never win with the yellow hats. Bad luck, yellow hats. Alright, Naughty. Enjoy the meal prep. Sounds very exciting. The lag is bad lately. I've had to force myself to use a right-click heal or else I just get burned by using F6. Yeah, I mean, all the stream... If you watch Canister or Spike, they use yield for turn. They don't use F6. I need to like be better about that stuff. No Omen of the Sea would have been nice. Also, I discarded Verdict to Crocksuck because I had I figured Lockdown plus Yorion would be a nice combo. I see Verdict would have been. Yeah. Probably would have lost anyways, was my draw and his draw. Well, I don't think I'm mulliganing this hand against anyone, but I guess I should look them up just in case. Modern, Yogg, Pioneer, Phoenix. Pioneer against Phoenix, I guess. This is like one of the matchups where not having portable hole is a liability. But even told me they were on Phoenix. I was looking for extra copies of Omen of the Sea, and the only one that has Fringe and Ace Confounding Conundrum. Is that the one where like you play extra lands or something? Moonlight in hand, easy believe. It would be funny if they had like the turn 3 Phoenix draw here. I think I actually save Veto for Treasure Cruise. Because I have Moonlight for the Phoenixes and I just play my Omen of the Sea. It is let's see what they mail first, I guess. It is a 1-3 down the line. I need to find my lands. They mail the Phoenix and they get an opt. I just need as many lands as I can get, right? Can't keep that Wandering Emperor, it's just too greedy. Just Sunken Citadel, right? Or it's I think I played the Spell Pierce matchup. Spell Pierce mod check. It's gonna suck if they play a Treasure Cruise. I'm gonna have to decide between Veto the Treasure Cruise or get the Phoenix with Moonlight. Or I just have to get the Phoenix for Moonlight. Say Veto for the next Treasure Cruise. They only have 5 cards in the yard. It might not be trivial for them. Was the difference with all the different challenges? Prelim, showcase, normal challenge. So on the weekend you have challenges, which is like Swiss plus top 8. And then this is a showcase, which you buy in with QPs. Alright, I have to dodge the one main deck spell pierce. Got him. And then the QPs you get by doing well in leagues and prelims. Sorry, it's a little convoluted, but alright. What do I have to worry about? Veto, Hardcast Phoenix. We can just play Field, Demolition Field here. Oh, why not? Let's say go for now. Yeah. My answer wasn't like maybe super clear. Prelim are during the week mostly, or only. They're like four round mini tournaments, just 4 rounds of Swiss. And you mostly play them to get the qualifier points, and the qualifier points lets you could veto that. Pretty bad if they mail Phoenix, but I think I should save for Treasure Cruise at this point. Yeah, Hull not very good against me. Okay, no Phoenix, that's huge. Haven't built any basics, unfortunately for me. Yet. Kind of just want to play lockdown now. Even though I have the Shark to block. They probably have a spare removal. Could put Yorion in my hand, discard to hand size. Jamming Teferi seems kind of bad. Playing lockdowns week 2. Guess I could have attacked first. Maybe they counter. How could they even counter it? Why not attack first? I just forgot. Maybe they drew Spell Pierce and they were thinking about tapping me out. Oh, that'd be so bad. Spell Pierce still pretty relevant against 5 mana Tef. Alright, not another Prankster. That was nice. Probably gonna fire off a Treasure Cruise here. IRC. I spent a lot of time on IRC. Hashtag poacher. Drawing a Verdict. Verdict into Teferi. Verdict's kind of bad against all these pranksters that are just chilling. Maybe it's Yorion first. Not sure what they have in hand, because I think they pitched a cantrip. A Brazen Borer. I guess I'm really glad I weighed in on the Verdict. That would have been bad. That would have been so awkward for me. Get lost or lockdown and Verdict? Isn't that fancy? It's fancy. Is Pioneer list ever played Demilich? Yeah, there was a list that top 8'd yesterday and that had Demilich. A little surprised, but it's good. Kind of wild. They haven't played a Treasure Cruise yet. Maybe Tef first is better. Gives me Anchorage mana too, I think. Probably doesn't matter much which one I play first. I even have Get Lost just in case things get real bad. That the Spell Pierce finally coming. I think they have like Spell Pierce, Is It Charm, Untap Treasure Cruise. Maybe that's why I should have played Yorion actually. It's like super corner case scenario, but seems so unlikely that's their hand, but no. Maybe Yorion was safer. Yorion's gonna die to a lightning axe, but no, I don't know. My block was Anchorage. Then I don't have Veto mana up. They're attacking Teferi. Okay. It's kind of nice to not be in like double Phoenix range. They played that's my cue. Strip Mine? Javier was playing Free Islands the other day actually. Hey, Spell Pierce. Alright on time. Let's slow this down. Yeah, exactly what I need to slow things down. Let's see if they play for time. I think it's worth playing Deluge here. Just put on this cruise. Alright, it's nice to win game one. Not sure if it gets better or worse after sideboards. I'm not sure if these host Seedsharks are good. Someone played them against me the other day and they ended up being not great. So they're gonna have most likely couple Fables, couple Crackling Drakes. Couple Fables, couple Crackling Drakes, and a bunch of extra counters. What are Crucible? I don't know. I brought it in against 5-color Niv, but it's really slow. Let's see. Gale Loss could go. Lockdown could go. Let's see if their latest list had Young Pyro, I guess. Latest list had Stroke, Negating in the Ice, Hearse, Dispute, Narset, Crackling Drake. No Fable. No Fable, no Young Pyro. Could be a different list they're playing today, though. What was the list before that? The Healy, Crackling Drake. Crackling Drake, Narset, Dispute. Crackling Drake, Narset, Dispute. Oh, Reversal is good. They're probably not as good after sideboards, but I want all the verdicts for sure. Farewell's kind of sketch after sideboard when they have a million counters. I probably do want the Sharks. They don't line up very well against Crackling Drake, but or Disputes for that matter. And they're probably gonna keep in Lightning Axe because I have Yorion. Let's see. Maybe I just won't do the Sharks at all. I like all my other cards. I'm extremely weak to Shredder. Could cut Tef. It's a little extreme. get lost. I mean, it's giving them 2 maps is like pretty bad. I'd rather not have to do that. They're pretty good at using the maps with pranksters and stuff. But maybe I should have it. Maybe it's like it's not a great hand, but if I'll lose keep. Maybe it's a bad hand, not a single utility land. They used to have on-tap lands for days. That seems bad when they have disputes. It's not great, but it's still nice to have a punish if they ever do tap out. But I did consider maybe I should board out the taps or board out 1 or 2 taps and have 2 Seedsharks. Maybe keeping like 1 lockdown is good. I'll try if I keep the Censor. Break Narset. Could you cut 20 cards side out Yorion? I always forget which way works. I don't think that's how it works. I don't hate putting Yorion in my hand here. I don't love it either though. Yeah, it's the other way around. You can have more cards and less than 15 in your sideboards. Free to fame main phase? Tempting. Have answers for Phoenixes. They could break, especially after sideboards. I think this is nice because it lets me tap out to put Yorion in my hand next turn. I guess I might not be safe. I have a Phoenix in the yards. Oh wow, they could just bring back Phoenix this turn. Oh, I punted. Oh, they don't have it. They have a bunch of counters and drakes. I have 7 cards in hand. No big deal. They'd likely have a dispute. Be a spell pierce. Not much of a choice here. Opens me up to Treasure Cruise, but actually, the Drake was only a 1/4. My chef said go one time. Oh, that's probably that could be game losing. I don't know why I just like tunnel vision. Also, they could just have another Drake. Fable, yeah, wow. That was loose. Almost definitely loose. Just verdicted again. They could have Drake in hands. Because I had Dispute mana up, so they could have Drake. If I verdict here, if I don't verdict, they get infinite mana, they get damage in. I do have Anchorage to block. 3 mana. I'm not actually double Anchorage. I don't know how valuable these treasures are going to be for them. I don't know. I wish I hadn't verdict last turn. This one I feel a bit better about, but still not great. Yeah, I think that was bad again. Ugh, I'm playing this. What is this game? I'll win the next one. Yeah, reject loss, lose, fair, welcome to the stream. If it's both your triggers, you choose how you order them. I'm getting max punish. Young P. Diddy. Who chooses? If it's your triggers, you choose. You stag them. Like you stag them and you resolve in the reverse order, and then you stag them kind of. You like put them in a pile. Start towards the top of the pile. I mean, I guess Anchorage just dealing with that stuff for now, right? I can try and moonlight the Fable. Should have done it in their upkeep, probably. You know what I need to draw? Shark Typhoons. You know what's going to be heinous as always? Spell Pierce. That might be good. Could... Damn, the GG. The GG Anchorage. Too strong. I'm going to say go. They're not doing much. I haven't played an Omen of the Sea yet. They could have Disdainful Stroke. I can pay for a Dispute, but I don't think I'm in a super rush. Yeah, and we're strip mining. I'm gonna strip mine in their upkeep. We'll have plenty of mana for Anchorage. They brought in a third basic. They haven't been clutch so far in finding the spells for Phoenix. Not sure what that's about. I think maybe trying to tap me down. They're worried about maybe Deluge. They think they can push some damage. Maybe tap me low to resolve a spell. A Treasure Cruise. Joke's on you. I got nothing. They kind of got a bit in their head here, not just playing Treasure Cruise pre, trying to bring back a Phoenix. But maybe they assume they're fine either way. Maybe they're okay with that outcome. Just slowly getting ahead. I'm doing decent on time. Yes, Phoenix. Maybe they don't have Disdainful Stroke in hand. Kind of like saying go here, I think. Do I strip mine them though? They haven't played a Hall yet. I'll have 7 mana. I don't strip mine them. As this plays into negates, they surely have a hard counter. Could just do double Anchorage. 5 cards in hand. This is gonna get countered. This is gonna get hard countered for sure. And then I'm kind of in a tough spot, I think. I like the double Anchorage plan. Question is, do I keep Field of Ruin mana up? Maybe they'll tap out for some stuff and keep like just 2 or 3 mana up, and I can untap Wandering Emperor, Phoenix. I am muted. I was saying maybe plus on Yorion. I think I have 2 Spell Pierce stats. Good play by them. Heads up play. I mean, I guess that's kind of obvious, but still. This is kind of a big decision. Plussing on Yorion kind of gets blown out by Autoaura. Is Autoaura lethal? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's also bad because now I just traded with Crackling Drake, whereas I could make a 2-2. I guess making a 2-2 is probably just safer and better. Hope I live, and then I get to untap with Typhoon Anchorage. Yeah, this is looking grim. Need a verdict. Kind of missequenced this entire, like, these couple turns was a verdict, I think, and... Oh, they mailed a Phoenix too? Where did that Phoenix come from? I'm just dead. Oh no, I go down to 1. No, I'm dead. Oh, maybe I should have plussed on the... If plus on the Yorion, I would have lived. Picklock? I didn't see it. Wait, what? I disputed. Net free. 6 for hardcast, 2 for that. They still have an army. They have Den. Guess I need to cycle and draw a verdict. I didn't play very well, but also I didn't see like a Deluge or an Omen of the Sea. Would have been nice. Let's sideboard a little differently. I don't feel like I need to do anything too crazy though. Maybe a reversal is bad. Maybe a reversal is just greedy. Reversal is usually pretty good, but lockdown Seedsharks is awkward. Not a big fan of having both these cards in my deck. I wonder if Seedshark's just a trap, because you have verdicts. It does line up well against free twos and stuff, though. Seems like it should be reasonable at least. Why not just draw both at the same time? Like reversal. All too late. I don't like this. I don't like Seedshark and Lockdown at the same time, even if it's in small numbers. You know what would be nice? If they ever just drew like one island naturally in the early turns of the game, or mailed one. They've been really good at like not drawing island, not playing island, not, you know, anything. A little frustrating. I wouldn't mind a free win, you know, the little freebie of them mailing or drawing an island and me drawing couple fields. I'll ask and you shall receive. Now I need to draw the demolition fields though. Okay. That was a draw. Yeah, that was kind of nice. Things are going fairly smoothly. Verdict's nice insurance. They could mail Island. They could mail Island. They could also mail some Phoenixes, which I'm kind of weak to. Let's not be dumb here. How am I doing on time? Not great. Need to speed up. Or I'm gonna close chat, but thanks for the resub. Thanks for all the follows too. A little scary. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe I was supposed to wait. I pumped their Drake. I need to make some land drops. Doing well. I don't even really want to play my Wandering Emperor. Oh. Could Wandering Emperor plus it again up to 5? It deals with 1 Hardcast Phoenix. Not the worst. If I get a Spell Pierce, it's not the worst either. To be expected. Thought it was 2 Phoenix. Could be worse, I guess. A rare treat in this deck, an untapped land. Put Yorion in my hand first. I'll put Yorion in my hand first. Rather than jam a Deluge into a counter and just fall too far behind. I don't think I'm at the point where I want to counter ops. Verdict. I don't have mana for double veto, yeah. I could have like dispute plus axe, I guess. Tap me out. It's 1 mana shy of being able to like. You can even like hardcast axe for 6 mana. What a frustrating loss. Just no Shark Typhoons in the first like top 20 card of my deck, both games. Oh, they just bricked. That was big. Is that enough? Is that enough to keep me in the game? Wow. Wow, that was a brick. Do I play the Deluge? I don't think so. Maybe I should have kept that land. I guess I can sack Omen of the Sea. Need to play fast too. Could have saved the Moonlight for like insurance. I think if I had more time, maybe I would have played different and maybe locked things up. Yeah, I should have kept that Moonlight. Most likely. Alright, that keeps me alive. That was nice. I mean, I could let that resolve, but I'm worried I fall too far behind if I do. They might just be doing some things where they're countering their own spells to bring back Phoenix and kill me, hope I have nothing. More sharks, please. Thank you. Just ask. Oh, and a Field of Ruin. What a beaut. Woo! That was a close one. That was looking like super grim. I don't think I counter opt. I might counter like you want to consider free to Fey. Something that lets them bin a Phoenix. Petty theft. Hey, what's going on? Oh. Alright, they're going for the win, but kind of have it, I guess. Veto's bad. It's fine. That's not even lethal, right? They can't even attack. Can't have auto aura. I'd have a block here, duh. Alright,
Patience
GG.
from Zoe, waiting in the wings. Navi's about to be caught. Oh, there's the sleep, the surge. He catches everyone. Oh, this could be a total disaster. Take him in. Ravage on everyone. The black
From
hole
the
is low.
ghastly
Wait a minute.
eve,
Turns it
I
around.
can
Ravage
see
is low.
to the ends of the world. And from this vantage point, I declare with utter certainty that this one is in
Genius of
the
Gabriel
bag.
Nassif.
Dude, it was so grim. Oh, these Shark Typhoons, they got there at the right time. Let's see what Slater Raid might be up to. Pioneer Restless Aggro? Restless Mid. I guess bottoming that's bad if I draw a Veto. I did mulligans. Oh, play was fire. Just burn. Twice burn in 5 rounds. Long. Eidolon's gonna attack what, twice? Not the end of the world. I guess it stops me from cycling Moonlight. Probably don't want to ping myself against a burn deck. No, I'm not in the business. Take 2 either way. This doesn't force me to verdict. Does let me Field of Ruin if they play a Den. Could just put Yorion in my hands. I don't hate it. Putting Yorion in my hand ever to play. Nice. 2 damage to each player. I mean, this thing is literally unflippable, right? You need to have the mana? No. You need to deal 4 and have the mana to transform it. We just have another one, plus a ping. And draw. Chandra tokens die, right? Yeah, that card would be too good. Oh, it's the other Chandra. Chandra for Rossidon. Oh, man. KSNRG, thanks for the resub, appreciate it. Monster's Rage, not the best, I guess. The ultimate do anything? 7 for a while. Land, please. All right, I can main phase cycle. I can main phase Deluge. Everything's so bad. Deluge sets me up for the rest of the game. Main phase cycle is really terrible if I don't have land in my top 1 or top 2. Could find land, I could find Tef. Dude, so bad. More lockdowns, more verdict, or more spell pierce. Just all atrocious. I guess I'll just take the spell pierce. Well, I'm glad I deluged because I had a bunch of garbage on top. Then they can't play that, right? No. Alright, they're breaking pretty hard too. Yorion is kind of safest. What does the ultimate do? Exile the top 5 cards of your library. You may cast red spells from among them this turn. You get an emblem which whenever you cast a red spell, I lose the game. I mean, is a Yorion much better than a free shark at this point? Oh, don't look like they can really kill a free shark. Omen Field? Dude, I'm dying to Chandra. What are you talking about? What is going on with people wanting me to feel stuff? And you guys have Anchorage too. I can almost one-shot it. Alright. Value be damned. Sometimes you just need an air elemental. Sometimes all you need is an air elemental. Mountain. Wait along. On his Anchorage. They're about to take over anytime now. My games against these red decks have been kind of weird. This bunch of non-functional decks. Ojer. That's pretty damn decent. I guess I just have to verdict. Or I could gamble. What a discipline. I'm just gonna cycle anyways. Just want to draw lands, I think. Not even legendary. Goats. Well, I guess Moonlight stops that probably, right? Swifty, yeah. I'm at 10. I'm gonna go down to 8. And Field of Ruin. I don't think their spells are very scary. Are they floating mana? What is happening? It's trolling me? It is working well. their technology of floating mana. Very confusing. See that? Next level. I can't. They broke it. They broke the format. Like pump faking spells. 4 mana for a Soul Scarmate. Oh. Dude, even Sunken Citadel makes you waste time.
This song will drive you mad, this song will drive you mad. Pay 5 for active trees, and well, that might sound pretty bad.
Alright. At least we got the win. Alright, Shark, Typhoon, Farewell gone. What did I cut last time in this matchup? I think I cut Moonlight. Or did I cut Veto? I think I cut Veto. They have Chandra and more Chandras after sideboards. Moonlight's nice against Sakenzan, or what's it called? Yeah, Kakazan. Veto or Moonlight, or a mix. Sakenzan. Yeah, true. Yeah, Moonlight Cycle's kind of heinous against Eidolon, but countering Kumano's kind of nice. Veto's pretty bad. Morgan just got Spell Pierce. Spell Pierce kind of heinous. No, Spell Pierce's been okay for me, actually, against a red deck. Countering Play with Fire. Going off results against my previous burn match where I had exactly 1 mana and I can counter a shock to slow them down. Crucible. First time Shadow already subbed? Who? And Nixie BH. Welcome to the chat. Damn, I took 10 minutes to play this game? Today is like next level slow. I mean, it is the first time playing that deck and it has all the weird mana, but it's probably the hat. I don't have Lockdown and I don't have lands. I don't have a Get Lost. I think that might be a mull. I have Shark Typhoon Chomp. I have like Censor into Shark Typhoon Chomp into maybe Verdict. Obviously get some draw steps. They mulliganed. Don't have Lockdown, don't have Wandering Emperor. I do have Censor, and I do have a Shark, and I do have a couple lands. Also, Teferi's not the worst against Oger. Kind of want to keep. That hand is also like somewhat decent against Eidolon because I'm not casting spells. I think they kept a 1-lander. Why would you ever play Sokenzan first? Like a 1-lander. It could be worth shocking here. It's close. I don't hate it, but just cycle. Ooh, Hallowed Moonlight would be nice here. Ooh, land. Which color do I want? Clear. Light it up. Ooh. I'm gonna hold on to Shark. Does it matter? Go blue. I mean, obviously, if I knew I was gonna draw 2 lands and etc., I would have like cycled Shark and kept the Censor. But the thing is, I have Teferi to get rid of it, so I was like kind of okay, I think, doing that. And it does save me a bit of damage, but probably not much in the long run. Nerves, can't even cast my spells right. I think there's much of a choice here. Just Steph plus. By killing now, they can attack with hurt. Maybe I'm just supposed to kill the Eidolon. Kill it now. I go to 6. Deactivate hers. Well, I go to 2. I appear to be very, very screwed. I do have Field of Ruin for then next turn. Was I supposed to just say go last turn somehow? Just Field of Ruin plus Get Lost plus Cycle? I drew the Silence. I drew the Censor. Anyway, it's too late now. What are my outs? Kill the Eidolon, go to 6, he crews. I'm literally dead on board if I do that. I don't know who suggested kill the Eidolon, but kill after attacks. I mean, it's 1 less damage. And the 1/1 token could matter. Could have killed Teferi this turn if they wanted to. Map, get a mountain. Alright, so I can minus on Eidolon, and then plus Teferi. 2 cards in hand. One's a mountain, alright. I could minus Eidolon, minus Chandra, and hope they have insane bricks. I mean, keeping Make Disappear mana up. Could just draw a Wandering Emperor. That would be nice. I start by plussing Teferi. Right, plussing Teferi is good. And now I kind of have to Deluge, right? And hope to hit real well. Could still Teferi minus and have Make Disappear mana up. Then I can't deal with this thing. I need like untap land and Wandering Emperor. That kind of works. That was in the back of my mind. Obviously, I need to dodge the world. It's a good start for me. Kumano faces Kakazan. It's not the worst because they have to choose. It doesn't like either you play it or you ping me. Need to remember I can't cast a spell pierce. Wow, you almost had Chandra Ultimate and you just played another one. I don't think these vetoes get much better. Yeah, this is fine. Need one of my free mana cards in this matchup, or Wandering Emperor. Was that the hand I kept, or was that a mulligan? That was the hand I kept. Dispute ever good? Nah, their spells are too cheap. Where is Crucible good? I'm not sure. A little bit like a meme card. I brought it in against Nev, like a kind of matchup, but alright, I mean, obviously things could go horrendously wrong, but at least I got my good cards. At least I'll die with my good cards in hand. This deck plays a decent bit of lands, like equivalent of 27 lands, and for Omen, or 60 card deck. And like a bunch of cycling cards. That's nice. Insurance that at least I do something this game and just not die without casting a single spell. How much for a deserted beach here? Like 1 damage now, potentially like 1 or 2 damage later. This needs to get kind of wide anyways. Alright, I'm just gonna counter it. It could be bad. Kind of. I mean, that Shinra hasn't looked like super scary, but I'm kind of stuck on. Yeah, I got baited too. Just horrendous. Do it now, they can play with fire. Yeah, game losing spell pierce. Potentially. Bad. They topped. Ah, man. What a bad play. Just crumbled. All the log bounce now. Well, hopefully I don't have any Chandras or Oger. Oh man, what can you do? I put Yorion in my hand. I wonder if I win if I just don't counter that Sokenzan. Sag. Oak or something. Transformative. You transform a bit. It's mostly about having cards that don't suck against graveyard hates. It took so long. They were probably just like asleep at the wheel or making some foods. I don't think anyone would take 4 minutes to figure out how to open a stream, but are you baiting me? I cannot resist. I mean, they might untap and play a Fable, but I don't even care. I'm not countering a Deadly Dispute here. Wow, I got baited. To be fair, that Deadly Dispute actually can't counter the Fable anyways. And I do have lockdown for the token. Why is hand hidden? No, I don't think they're sniping. They were taking a while, so I was like, oh, maybe they're opening this. I was joking. I was like, maybe my default rule should be anyone who takes more than a minute to start the match against me. Might be because they're like opening the stream, so I should just default to the hand hider, but no, I'll show my hand in a second. Oh, there you go. Beautiful. Till your next step. How many basics do they play? 1 mountain, 2 swamps. Alright, my options are put Yorion in my hand. That seems pretty appealing. Come here, you. The first minute is looking up on Goldfish usually. They're companions, not as good as mine. Ooh, cat. That treasure token. They have a den too now? Why did I play my land first? I'm doing that now because they have reflection. I don't want to give them the extra land. On their next turn, the extra mana. I like they get lost art. Doesn't really strike me as a white card with a zombie on it. Not sure about that. Keep 1 land. And I played land before drawing off Teferi. Good sequencing. Well played by me. That is a lot of damage.
The genius of Gabriel Nassif.
Copy Devil. I guess I should save Get Lost for Devil, right? If they try to copy Devil. Yeah, Protopulse. My genius. At least the fairy's soaking up a lot of damage. Fairy might even live. It appears they're off it. They didn't even like copy a cat or sack a treasure. Surprised they'll let me keep Tef. Yeah, maybe they could have killed it, I'm not sure. What did they get? Maybe a Mixilus? The rest? Go blank, Culligan's Command, a Mixilus, and Graph. Okay. Shark Typhoon's a little less heinous after sideboard, but Still pretty bad. What removal are they gonna have after sideboard? They have free claim, 4 push in the main. They probably board it all out, right? They probably just board out 7 removals, and they bring in 2 to rest, 1 Molten Collapse, 2 go blank, 2 call against command, 2 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They have 10 cards they can bring in. And only 7 crappy removal spell. I don't know, I'm supposed to sideboard in this matchup. Do want the second farewell. Kinda wanna keep spell pierce, they have deadly dispute and stuff. Time for some sharks attacks. I don't think so. Not interested in sharks against their million discard spells, I think. Could almost bring in Narset's Reversal in this matchup between Deadly Dispute and Go Blank. Even just Thoughtseize. Yeah, the Crucible is probably loose. I think maybe Narset would be better if you want some kind of haymaker for slow matchups. Let's play Citadel or White right here. Because of all the Field of Runes. Better to have Citadel in play early on. Comes into play tap no matter what. Ooh. Yes, please. I guess I already had Hallowed Moonlight for Fable, but make this appear even better. Get Hallowed Moonlight. I'll keep my cards, thank you. That's the pause. So like, oh, MFR, he drew it, pause. Could put Yorion in my hand, but I think playing a tap land and Hallowed Moonlight's kind of nice. Might Hallowed Moonlight anyways. They revealed Den and Thoughtseize. Wow. Well, either way, they're getting something decent. Is Anchorage just gonna hard carry this game? I don't know if this is better than Yorion. Yorion's a ways away. Ah, it's gotta be better than Yorion. And I can even sag the map right away to grow it, and maybe it's... I was gonna play second Anchorage, but probably a mistake. Dovin's Veto. Yes, Graveyard. I'll play at least one more time. Not sure it's going to be enough, but encouraging will work this game. Fatal push. The GG push. Not exactly stopping me from drawing all lands, but I'll take it. Is it fodder for Obs Plus? Yeah, it could have been the Pussy Fatale. Pussy Fatale. All this cards. Do get to like almost clear their board here. Non-permanent. There's also the map token I need to worry about. I think it's better to Field of Ruin Hive maybe, because I have Verdict and Lockdown. Yeah, I think so too. And Pierce. See you later. Yeah, Citadel Anchorage carrying hard this game, I will say. You have to admit. I wonder if they know about the verdict or just the lockdown. Could catch Giganta here. Takenuma. Oh god. Takenuma Mixless. Okay. I got some fodder. They know about those. Still life for top 8. Unlikely, but my breakers are somewhat decent. I would need my opponents to keep winning at a pretty insane rate, but you never know. This game's kind of fun. I do have mana to Verdict plus attack next turn. And I have 1 card left. I might discard both, right? Just discard Lockdown and lands. Go land. Verdict. Kill the big Mixolith. Imagine if Lockdown sets 3 or less instead of 2 or less. That deals 1 damage. Kind of smart. Is it smart? 1 damage instead of... Oh. It costs 4. Well, obviously, it costs 4. Easiest discard of my life. Rip. Freaking Crux. Yeah, I mean, their draw was just great and couldn't keep up. I needed maybe a Planeswalker or something.
Not like this. Not like this.
Maybe I need Seedshark against a Mixolith. I do have a lot of counters for a Mixolith. Just feel like Seedshark's a bit of a trap. They don't have a ton of counterplay to it. Could trim some Verdict. I wonder if they cut Devil. I used to cut Devil against people with Sweeper sometimes when I played these decks. Because Devil needs kind of... I guess they can't really cut Devil when I have 4 lockdowns. They need to keep their cards that cost more than 2, maybe. What makes the most sense? I could just trim some Sweepers. Moonlight? Moonlight's not the greatest. Can stop Cat from bringing back. It helps against Fable. It helps a bit against some Mixolith. They're trying to make tokens. Not great though. It's cycles too. You're just trying to make your land drop, especially on the play. Being a little less reactive could be good. Teth? No, I'm not cutting Teth. You're crazy. I could just cut a Spell Pierce on the play. They go dead late in the game. Yeah, let's do that. It's not a bad mix. Hey, Gabriel, what's up? Mr. Jonathan. Hope you had a fun stream. I'm struggling here. It's been ups and downs today. Ooh, bless up, homie. Bless up was the good hand. The lucky raid. Blue or white? White doesn't matter a ton. That's Spell Pierce and whatnot. I might want to go. I draw a Spell Pierce. Maybe I want to go Anchorage next turn. Yeah, I finally have it, right? The Gen, the Tron. I've assembled Tron. What do I think about the modern mono blue selective memory Belcher list? Considering your Severance Belcher roots from 2003, I mean, you try. I've never seen that list. I mean, basics. I think they have 3. I don't think I need another Citadel. Make this appear. So what's my next turn gonna be? Just Anchorage. Then make disappear something, hopefully. Excellent is gonna be a little annoying. That Censor is kind of nice in case you have Thought Thief or Duress into something. I'm not gonna cycle, I'm worried about Deadly Disputes. I have all my interaction up. And I can Field of Random too. How do I tap my mana? I don't think I need to have Hallowed Moonlight mana up. Am I really ever gonna feel that that dead now? Probably not. I might wanna just cycle Moonlight. So one was 1 loyalty, right? Alright, big draw step. Big draw step incoming. White, white, blue, white. Wanted me to attack next over playing Wandering Emperor? There's no way that can be right. Not that great by them, right? Get to make a token plus attack. I think they kind of punted. I think they got a little fancy. Not attacking there. I might have had to take it. Yeah, just attacked. Does it matter? Yeah, it might matter. If I draw lands that come into play tapped, I probably want to do that. Actually, I'm not sure. I have Yorion too, I need to remember. Discarding Witness and Fable. Okay. I think I win. Surely. Still seems really good. In this game it was terrible, right? It feels like colorless land, no ability comes into play untapped. Could have played a Teferi turn earlier. I don't know. I guess it was fine because I had a Wandering Emperor, but wow. Rending Volley. Okay. Did not expect Rending Volley. I don't know if I care that much. I'll let them have it. Ay, ay, ay. I'm worried about giving them that extra mana. But I don't want to take the extra damage. I guess this is probably fine. What do I have? Blue, white, white. I should get blue, probably. At least we know it's red mana, because I already have 2 swamps. Hello, you butte. 6.
The genius of Gabriel Nassif.
Everything, including enchantments. I think plus Teferi is much better than. You know what? They're out of basics. It should be out of basics. But this is maybe a bit better. It's kind of gamblish. Maybe it's not better than just having Veto up. I can't get them right because they have the copy. I think I should probably take it still. Would have discarded. On this side, if I want a plus or minus, I kind of want a plus, but maybe I'm just being dumb. Pretty hard for me to lose. Plus the same amount of cards. Yeah, but maybe they get a devil and. Alright, so let's not taking anything for granted here. He's mulliganing. I ever cycle here? Already giving away my hand on turn 1. Combo, yeah. He basically only plays Lotus Field. I'll let him have it because he's playing his impulse into my counter, and he has Tails End in his list. I will try and counter that. Looks like he was baiting. Like, he knows I could counter it, right? So... I guess playing that Field of Ruin was greedy. Never punished. Juicy. He only has 1 basic. But I think I'll just Deluge first. Flip into Food Channel. Okay. Protecting his Testament stage. But we don't really care. I think he has Dig main deck these days. What's going on? Probably I can put Yorion in my hand. I guess I have Deluge in the yard. I'll just SIDEBOARD. Alright, his latest sideboard plan is 3 Narset reversals, but that doesn't do much against me. 2 Voyage Insider, probably. 1 Dispute. 1 Dragonlord Dromoka. 6 mana. This spell can't be countered. Flying Lifelink. Your opponent can't cast spells during your turn. Get Lost seems good. Hallowed Moonlight, mostly cantrips, which is not awful. Then Lockdown can go. So I have Get Lost for Lear and Dragonlord Dromoka. And Chandra. And the 1-2. I'm clear I'm going to be able to tap out for Chrome with Seedshark. But if I can, it would be quite good. What's better, Teferi or Seedshark? Got lost for the Mocha? And yeah, if they have like 20 billion mana and they do it all at once, sure, but what does Damping Sphere even do? Lanta, am I supposed to just jam it on 2 or? The land is tapped for 2 or more mana. It produces colorless instead of each pair. So, I guess I'm supposed to let him play it, right? That's how it works. Damping Spheres and non-bows are soul land. Oh. Feed down, let's go. What did we say? Website only used for Decklist. MTG Goldfish. If you type a Magic Online's username in Google and then space and then MTGO, usually the top link will just be that. The top link will be, I'll show you. You go like Rest, MTGO, and top links usually going to be Goldfish, recent tournament finishes, and you see what decks they've been playing. It's really useful because people you play against might be doing the same, so. I mean, that's the way I do it. Maybe there's an even more efficient way to do it, but so. These sharks. I feel like nothing can go wrong as long as he doesn't get to 6 mana, right? Maybe I should play the Crucible now. I'll wait a turn. This matchup might just be amazing, the way this deck is built. Just gonna use my cards. I know it's not great, like, they actually don't get to, like, pick cards, because that's not how reversal works, but I guess my hand is stacked. Maybe it's loose. Yeah, I mean, this matchup's got to be almost impossible. Like 8 Field of Runes, all the Spell Pierce Veto counters. Just absolute nightmare. Yeah, I mean, this game definitely feels unlosable. Matchup might just be... That might just be your best matchup, honestly. So be playing Lotus combo, Lotus Field combo. Lotus Field, Thespian Sage, bunch of mana. Yeah, I mean, it's the joke. I mean, Nah, you're kidding me. Oh my god. Alright, good. Remind me later. Do I even want to play first in this matchup? I have so many cheap counters. I'll play first. Oh, dude. Horrendous. Oh, and I'm already down 30 seconds. Oh, close. Get me out of here, seriously. Sure. I think resolving Omen's kind of good because they can't really counter Yorion, right? Counters Shark, but I don't think Shark's gonna be a big problem in game one. I usually don't mind mirrors, but I think this is something else. Drawing a million basics probably not great. Like, how does this matchup even play out? It's nickel and dime. Ebb and flow. What would I rather resolve right now? Could find a veto. I don't want to censor just to tap them out. Then I get spell pierced. Alright, I think the time has come to cycle Censor. Oh, maybe not. They could have get lost. There's lockdown. Guess I should plus. Doing okay so far. Just want to jam here, keep them busy. Five mana. I've been repping Veto. I might get my Wandering Emperor lost, but I think it's the end of the world if I do. Could have a free Shark. There's Verdict 2. But I do have a second Wandering Emperor. I think I just say go here. Kind of want a Deluge. To get to one-shot thingy and play a Teferi if I do that. It's not great. Ugh. Is it that big of a deal? Might not be that big of a deal. I might find my own Teferis instead. Probably want Veto. Probably just want Veto and Deluge. Or Shark. Veto and Deluge. Yeah, it's locking Sidey. It's tough because if you get it wrong, you just lose, you know. And then if you play too slow, you maybe win, but then you lose that by clock at the end. So just out there trying my best, you know. I think they get to go just Wandering Emperor plus on the Shark. That's a line 2. I think the scariest is Teferi plus Anchorage. But then I have a 5/5 token, I guess. Yeah, it's not even that bad for me. They don't have to get lost for my token, and if they tap out for get lost, then I resolve like Wandering Emperor. It's weird. There's no like one haymaker, right? There's no like Narset Days Undoing. There's no like both players have Gale loss for Teferi, so it's not like Teferi is really hard to deal. It's really about just I don't know, every little decision matters, just slowly trying to pull ahead, push damage. Like kind of insane, honestly. Okay, Teferi, what? Teferi minus? No Sphinx Rev. Would I rather play match live? No, I think I'd rather play. I think I'd rather play these matches. I mean, in general, I think you probably draw less online. Minus no attack because of my anchorage, right? There's a Field of Ruin. They just get lost to Fairy. Oh, that's bad. I don't really want to let them untap with Teferi though. They have Demolition Field up. I'm playing way too slow. Not the worst spot to verdict. Don't really do much. I'm guessing they have a Spell Pierce in hand by now. I don't want to just jam into Spell Pierce when I've been kind of playing around it the whole time. And I want to keep my own Field of Ruin. I don't think I'm going to try and fizzle the map token. I might just let them have it. But then they attack. That means I'm also letting them attack. And getting a... Well, that makes it kind of easy, I guess. I feel like I'm playing this game fairly well. You discount time. You're sweet on time. I mean, that's what's tough in Magic, right? Also, just play well and fast. They got a land. A couple mana up. If I play Yorion, they're just gonna verdict. I don't think that's so great for me. It's kind of weird. There's not actually that many hard counters in the matchup. Like we both have 4 vetoes, and that's about it. And the rest is a bunch of Spell Pierce and Make Disappear. Well, that was easy. Alright, let's plus again. I think it's bad to commit more than 1 token because of all the... Actually, I haven't tried a lockdown yet. I keep talking about lockdown, but... I feel like I probably just outdrew them. Not playing Deluge there. Is Anchorage broken? It's been really good for me. I don't know, it's really hard to judge because you've got like 20 million lands that come into play tapped. But then when you do the things with Citadel and Anchorage and all the Field of... I mean, they also... All these cards have won me a bunch of games today, so... Field of Ruin Veto is pretty good. Omen of the Sea is also really good because Yorion's basically guaranteed to resolve. I don't know, that might be Spew. Not taking Omen was maybe bad. I think I should just play Yorion here. Force a verdict, keep them busy. I don't mind it. Maybe plus on Yorion? I think I'm good on Field of Runes for now. We have another Wandering Emperor. You know they can play Yorion and it's gonna resolve. Oh no, why did I get Island? I guess it doesn't really matter. Yeah, I think I blew it not keeping Deluge there. That was probably pretty mid. Four, five, six, seven, 5/5 Shark. She only has one left though. I think just attack. Make a 2/2. Put it on Anchorage because of lockdown. Damn, the patience on these Deluge. Insane. Oh, that's a strip mine. Maybe a little mistake, because now I can sack Omen. I mean, 2 or 3 is kind of the same thing, right? I guess I could go for the kill. Yeah, maybe I should have gone for the kill. Seems like it makes more sense. I should counter, right? Because of Shark Typhoon. It's kind of unfortunate that I can't play Wandering Emperor. Not keeping that Deluge was just beyond atrocious. Map, lockdown. Shark Typhoon on top. Yikes. No lockdown? What do you have? Thanks for the subs. Sorry, I'm in a game here. Wow, I won. Nice. Pinky, 25 months with a tier 1. Appreciate that, Pinky. Hope you keep enjoying the stream. And Chloe, 5-year anniversary. So you were in the mix, Chloe. How'd you end up? Alright, lockdown's atrocious. Verdict is probably fine in small numbers. Same for Farewell. No, Farewell's just bad. Reversal for what? Veto? I think Reversal's probably not great, right? Why do you want me to have Reversal in my deck? Or Veto? How does it even work? They veto my spell. It's not even good, right? I mean, it's good in super counter battles, I guess. It does counter Flashback Deluge. It's pretty easy to counter Flashback Deluge. Question is, do I want any verdicts? I think Reversal is better than Pierce. I'm gonna agree to disagree. Reversal better than Pierce. It doesn't even counter a Veto, right? You just slow them down, you're just trading down a card. I expect them to have the exact same list I do. I don't expect them to have horror. Yeah, I want to keep one verdict in, I think, but all my other cards are just better. I'd rather just sideboard to stay ahead. I could cut a Moonlight. Moonlight on Shark is kind of game though. But it does get to the point where we can't deal with creatures. I don't know, Verdict was good the entire game. At the end, at the very last turn on turn 20, I couldn't play my Wandering Emperor to secure the game because they probably had Pierce in hand. Alright, I'm just gonna... I've get lost, deal with creatures. I'm just gonna try and just sideboard to get ahead and stay ahead, and this hand's not very good, but wait, they actually let me play first. I don't know if I like it, because there's Shark Typhoon. Like, just being the first to start cycling Shark Typhoon, I feel like it's a little sketch. Oh, I could have put Yorion in my hand. Forgot that was a legal play. I was like, didn't want to waste my mana. And I didn't want to make just a 1/1 Shark. Oh, they played their Shark. Alright, that was Spew. At least I'm gonna lose fast. You know what? It's so funny. I played Shark and I'm like, it's okay, they can't punish me with a free drop. Because there's no good free drops in the deck. And then I'm like, Classic brain farts. Classic round 9 reasonings right there. It was bad too, because I didn't even have a spell to follow up the Shark, even if it does resolve somehow. It was like atrociously bad. I should have just played Anchorage tapped and said go with 2 mana up. And then make a 2/2 Shark on turn 4. Help catch up on clock. Yeah, it's not like they played Blazing fast. I can turn it up too. Alright. I don't think going for Wandering Emperor is the play here. A, they could have Spell Pierce. B, even if I do, they'll one-shot it. Maybe play it to Teferi. I'm not sure how I'm supposed to beat the Shark untapped as it is, but also feel like making a free Shark like without the maps and stuff. Yeah, I should just play really fast. I don't know what I do. I'm just gonna have Hallowed Moonlight. GG. The GG Moonlight. No? No GG Moonlight. Alright, that's nice. The Fairy Hero of Dominaria. I'll take it. They do have Field of Ruin, I guess, but well. Should have played my land first. I'm playing a little loose here. A little loosey-goosey. D-Nags, dude. I'm talking about D-Nags. What a tool he's become. It's kind of sad. This massive tool. Maybe he always was. He was D-Nags. I don't think D-Nags cares about me or what I think. Probably have dispute, right? It'd be too good to be true.
Who the fuck is that guy? Who the fuck is that?
Can I afford to play around dispute? Not even that great for me to go to Teferi and to play, but nothing really is. Kind of too bad. I drew pretty well. If I hadn't just like made that boneheaded play, I might have just been fine. I also had to get punished for it. I mean, it is an 80 card deck. We could not have the counter and the Chromo Seedshark. It's not like... But yeah, it was probably not great. Let's be real for a second. That verdict would be nice. Over what though? Not like I would have cut any of these cards. Please don't make these kind of comments. Okay, can I win? I chump. Doesn't seem great. What does this deck not run Narset? I'm not sure. You'd have to ask my opponent. They're the deck builder. Get lost on top. Probably need to shuffle that one away if I can. Probably to just jam into Teferi here, or just put me on Spell. Oh, no, I guess Spell Pierce also counters Teferi. Stubbs. Alright, let's try not to play like a turd this time. Question is... I mean, I would say Verdict is uncounterable, which is kind of nice to know in this matchup. Also low on time. And tapping out for Verdict's not trivial. They let me play first. Because of all the cheap counters and wanting to make your land drops. I think it's wrong though. Maybe there's no time for the Crucible. Too late. I'm gonna play first. Disrespect VFS, sorry VFS. What happened to my hand? Why is it like all weird? What's even in my hand? I guess I just get rid of a basic. Could have gotten rid of Get Lost. I don't hate it. I'll admit Beyond on draw would have been nice here. Mostly because I mulliganed and didn't draw very well. This sucks. They know I have like no. I mean, I guess I could have Veto and played that way. That's not true. I'd maybe keep Veto over Dispute here. They know I don't have Spell Pierce. They know I don't have Make Disappear. This is bad. Oh well, good run. I played that second game bad, and this game I just got outdrawn. I drew them in game one, to be fair, but thought I played well game one. At least one game. Sag business right there. To do that. I'm just so far behind. Didn't draw a Deluge, didn't draw a Shark. Not sure being on the draw would have mattered this game. Could have maybe been patient on Omen of the Sea. Made a small mistake. Rip. I mean, it is pretty much over. My hand's just atrocious. Rib Deluge. I mean, even Deluge. Only hope is... Yeah, I mean, Deluge, maybe I can time them out if I rib Deluge. Didn't get their Field of Ruin. What a mistake. Gee, that's real bad. I mean, I don't think it matters either way at this point. Like, I'll let you have 6 cards to my 2, but we'll lose. I should just scoop. I'm gonna scoop. GG's. That's why I paid the disrespect by choosing to play first and got full punished. Was mulligan terrible draw.
Not like this. Not like this.